I was watching the mailbox this morning before work, trying to see if anyone would deliver anything outside of the regular post people. And of course, I didn't see anything. It's kind of hard when I have to be out at work most of the day. And, when I am at work, I'm supposed to be thinking about movies and talking to customers about them. And instead, all I can think about are these letters. So, it's not like I can have full surveillance over the mailbox all day or anything because I'm at work most of the time. And even when I am here, looking at the mailbox through the front window, it's kind of hard to see because of the trees and stuff in the way in the yard. So, I don't know, it's all just annoying. But I was thinking that whoever keeps delivering these letters, they must know by now that I'm not Avery or Prouse, that they don't live here anymore. And, maybe at some point they'll give up. Well, I don't know, at some point, but not now, because I got home from work and there were 2 more letters in the mailbox. And I've opened them already because they had different names on them, but I don't know. I was thinking about the whole using this as a distraction thing, and it's not really what I should be thinking about. I should be thinking about, as I keep saying, getting better, improving. But I'm worried I could get too invested in this if I let myself. But it's kind of hard to just ignore this. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Anyway, there's 2, and one is addressed to someone named Fisher from Avery, and the other is to Avery from Fisher. So I haven't read them through yet, but that's as far as I've gotten. This is to Fisher. I found it, Fisher. I know the subject is one we've barely broached, only lightly commented on in jest and otherwise avoided. But I fear I must come clean, and where my feelings are concerned, be honest. Something I thought we were both inherently compelled to be with each other. Yes, you're stuck in the house all day while I leave for work. But don't your studies occupy enough time, serve as enough of a distraction from the temptation? Or does the stress of your findings urge you towards it? Either way, it's only a few measly hours of the day until I return to you, hold you in my arms and give all my attention to you, bring you back from the brink of further self-destruction. The smell is one thing, but as ridiculous as the idea is, I'm concerned for your health. Do you not consider the long-term ramifications of the poison you breathe into your lungs? This thinking alone makes it difficult for me to understand how you ever started. Enough of that. You need no lecturing, least of all from me. I just wanted to inform you of my feelings, and it's my nature, as it is yours, to I have no idea what that says. Communicate such through these letters. They're hard to read, okay? I picture the last time I caught you with your pants down, so to speak. Your expression was priceless, as was mine, I'm sure, before we both realized the absurdity of the situation and burst into laughter. I could have shared one with you right there. The mood was so high. Of course, you know I never would. You'd think the 2 of us would agree on everything, have no reason for dispute, yet here we are. I suppose a 10-year age gap makes all the difference, though I can't help but think of my last love and the few disagreements we were ever involved in. Prouse, I'm guessing? I apologize. I shouldn't think that way. That's as far as I'll go with any comparisons. With only love, Avery. Well, there's a lot here. I would guess that this Fisher guy is the person that Avery left Prowse for, if the timing is... I mean, I don't actually know what the timing is. I don't know when these were written, or how far apart, or anything. I mean, if they're war letters, like I was thinking, then they could have been written decades ago, for all I know. But it just doesn't really sound like someone who's only been with someone for a week, you know? So maybe Avery and Prowse breaking up could have been a long time ago. But anyway, I just don't know. It sounds like Fisher is doing something bad. Smoking, I think. Smoking cigarettes. If he's... the ramifications of the poison you breathe into your lungs. These guys just really love to be vague in these letters, don't they? Just never directly saying anything. I mean, I guess you wouldn't if you know the person you're writing to and they know you. You don't really have to, because you know what each other are talking about, but it just doesn't really help me, does it? I guess that other thing was that there's a 10-year age gap between them, I'm guessing. And that reminds me of the thing in the other letters about the light at the end of the decade-long tunnel, you know, a decade, 10 years. Could they be related in some way? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have enough information, as usual, to understand any of this, but I don't know. Maybe this will help. The second one. From Fisher to Avery. What can I say, dear Avery? The temptation is too great. Let me just say that this is not written in cursive, so this is actually easy to read for once, thank God. The temptation is too great. I understand your concern. Obviously, I understand everything you're feeling, and I'm grateful that you share those feelings with me. In return, I'll be equally honest with you. The chemicals, the feedback loop, even the ritual itself calms me. It keeps me focused before I unravel into a loose thread of thoughts and ideas that can't be contained in anything resembling sanity. Cooped up inside with only my books and papers and thoughts as company, sometimes a brief escape is necessary, even with the obvious hazards to my health. When you get to be my age, you'll understand, as much as you might vow not to. Don't scold yourself for thinking of Prowse. So it is Prowse, and Fisher knows it's Prowse. I would never expect you not to. I still sometimes think of my previous loves too, though the thoughts are hardly fond anymore. Still, all the unravelling, the pressure, fear, confusion, and desperate desire to understand, they're all alleviated as soon as you return to me. I find myself wanting to take all my research, and my files and folders and collections, and reports, that one's hard to read, any trace of my attempts to understand, even these letters, as horrid as it may sound, and throw them in a pit and set them ablaze. Dramatic. It all seems so unnecessary, so pointless when you hold me and I hold you. Nothing else matters in those moments. But when those moments are few, my poisonous habit is a brief respite from my studies. I know you don't understand it, but you can accept it. Eagerly awaiting your return, as always, Fisher. So it seems like they're actually writing and responding to each other this time, unlike the other times. You know, they're talking about Fisher smoking cigarettes, I'm guessing. I don't understand why these are here for me, you know. Did they, write these to each other when they lived here, and now they've moved on and they're sending them back or something for some reason. I just don't know. I don't know. There's not enough information here for me to know anything, really. I just don't get it. But, I mean, what's going on here? It seems like this Fisher guy's just waiting around all day for Avery to come home, you know. Or like he can't leave the house for some reason. He's working on something, studying something. I guess trying to understand something. Which, I know the feeling. I could barely think straight at work today. You know, I keep getting so distracted in my thoughts, and, you know, I'm not talking to anyone in any really meaningful way anyway, because I won't make that mistake again. But these letters, they're so, it just seems like someone is intentionally fucking with me or something, you know, rubbing it in my face. And the dumb thing is that I actually really like reading these letters, and I like reading about these people who are together and happy and, you know, actually care about each other, and it seems like really love each other. And I know how pathetic it sounds, because it is, but it's true. And I don't know, I thought they were just a good distraction before, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're reminding me too much of everything. You know, I moved towns completely to get away from everything, to get away from everyone who knew, and I knew it would be hard starting somewhere new and starting all over again completely, but I'm starting to think that these letters aren't helping anymore. You know, if I had someone that I could talk to about this stuff, you know, I could ask what they think, and I could show the letters to them, and we could try and figure it out together. And I thought I did have someone, which was a fucking stupid thing to think, clearly, because here I am, alone, talking to a camera in the middle of the night about love letters between 3 strangers that used to live here. I guess. I mean, I don't even really know if they lived here. I don't really fucking know anything. I mean, who is delivering these? Is it someone from back home? Someone who knows who I am and is just trying to psychologically torment me and torture me or something?